All right. Well, I'm joined by Brandon Smith, and as soon as I said, "Hey, let's start," he ran away. It just breaks my heart. I had so many people in my life running away from me, and Brandon did too. But at least we can look at Seattle, or the artist formerly known as
Heck,
Seattle. Is that what it is? The artist formerly known as Seattle, Brandon.
yes, that's what it
Point
is.
point to me on the map where CHAZ is. I hope that's in the history book someday. Hey, and for 2 weeks, a bunch of woke fuck snowflakes played cosplay and thought they could run a town dressed like stormtroopers, but then realized that's not going to work. They're all going to get beat up by one big, mean black tranny. That's what's going
Excuse
to
me.
happen.
It's diet woke. Thank you. They are definitely diet woke.
Diet woke?
Yeah, not fully woke. They're diet woke.
I think they're over woke. I think they're woke with NutraSweet. I think they're so fucking, they're retardo woke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a, we can, I was never a believer I'm a parent, obviously, and I'm a parent in a time when a lot of parents say to their kids, you can do anything. And I hear a lot of people saying, you shouldn't say it to your fucking kids with participation trophies, all that. That was the big line. All before the world was ending, the big line was participation trophies. We think everyone's equal. You can't do that shit. Now we always no, I don't give a fuck about that kind of stuff. Encouragement's individual. It's not about what other people see. I was fine with all that. I was wrong. I was wrong because people think they can be the cops. People think they can just be the cop. People think they can just solve problems by saying, I don't want to do it. That's a toddler. That's a tantrum. I don't wanna have cops anymore. But what's your solution? Take away your money. That's not a solution. What's your solution? You're protesting. Your protest should have a fucking demand. There should be something you want. Do you want something? We
It,
want be nice. Be nice to the black people. Well, we are to the ones that are nice. We're cops. We're not supposed to be your friends. We're to police. Look up the word police. Well, you're mean to us and we hate you. Yeah, because the last 20 years we built a bad rep. We've let in some shitheads. We really did. We did a bad job. We're the police and we did a bad job letting people in. We did this thing. We used to hang out at a nightclub, and it used to be cool when it first opened, and it was all cool. And then, one bouncer got there, and he started letting in the rapey dudes and the drug people and then the hookers and all that. And also, you go to that nightclub, and you're like, oh, man, remember when they used to give a fuck about who came in here? Remember when they cared about how you dressed, how you looked? It was fun. You could have a good time. You could enjoy yourself. But now, you know what? I don't want to go there anymore. That's the problem. So what do? You get the wrong riffraff, and what does that club do? They either shut down, or they don't just they're not going to just go away if they want to keep it going. What do they do instead? They get rid of the bad security guards. They get a new policy, and they teach the people, the good ones, they have them teach how to do it right. You need more money, defund. Fuck you. That doesn't even make sense. You made up a word, defund. You put the in refund. You retards. Fucking Jesus.
well, it's funny because it's so close. The problem is all these quote unquote answers that these quote unquote protesters always come up with. They're so close to what I would believe is the real heart of the answer, and that is just end the war on drugs. Like if you ended the war on drugs, that is provably what grew the police and what made them this militarized force was the war on drugs. You could watch it, you could look at the statistics. If they ended that, there would be really no reason for the police to be harassing people all the time. They'd have to shrink it, walk it back. But if you just listen, I am not a big fan of the police and I understand all that. But if you just remove them and leave a vacuum, it's a power vacuum. You're just going to have some other gangsters come in there and take their place. You can't just
You're not
rip them out of
removing
there.
the thought of police. That's the thing. The thought of someone, that's the problem. If you're going to say get rid of them, it's not going to go get rid of them and just have peace, love, and happiness. That's not going to be the fucking resolve.
Exactly.
That's not how it's going to work. In your mind, somebody needs to fill the void. Think about it. If you say, if we got rid of presidents, then who would lead us? Well, you would go, well, no, there would be no leaders. Well, no, but then who would lead us? There are people whose minds can't wrap around
They need a leader.
Thing. They need to have something, a king, an emperor, a group, a committee, something. They know they need to have because we've been trained to be that the entire fucking way. It's insane.
Yeah, exactly. And so, people, they say defund the police and it sounds great because you see all this police abuse and atrocity, where if you just stepped it back and you got rid of that war on drugs and you demilitarize the police, you walk it back, it's Because, like I said, if you just get rid of them, right now they have people in there that are just in CHAZ, I guess, that are just armed people that are, right now they're acting good. But what happens if food runs out?
CHAZ is such a fucking dumb. And I know it's an acronym, but they should have thought about it. CHAZ.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know, right?
Yeah, make it tougher. It doesn't even sound like good. Like it doesn't even sound like paradise. It doesn't sound good. CHAZ.
Even Chad would have been better.
Town would be better. Just fucking town. Seattle 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'd move there. If you called it Seattle 2, Electric Boogaloo, I'd be there a fucking minute. Just as the streets are made of cardboard because we're all dancing. And by the way, how come they called it the war on drugs? Because that makes me think you're at a war and you're on drugs. Like, that's a sweet war. Like, I'm just tripping balls and I'm fighting you with a lacrosse stick and bubbles. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm wearing fucking moon boots on my hands and I'm running around going, I'm a pony. I'll have that war. I want war on drugs.
It's like, hey, you want to go to war? I don't know. Hey, you want to go to war on drugs? Yeah, man.
Don Stewart style, just fucking
Exactly,
half big. Yeah. You're like, war on drugs, man. Look at the back of this dollar. It's war, bro. It's like, yeah, war on. Even the name's dumb. Listen, we all know why there's a war on drugs, because it's a war on the money coming in, and that's never going to stop no matter what. They're going to try to control things forever. So that solution's not even there. But the simple fact that there used to be a time, listen, in the 60s, when people protested, when the hippie dummies, they didn't have an answer. But the people that were leading that, the ones that really gave a fuck, they did have some solutions, some ideas that we have learned from, that we've gone with. We've done this new group of schmucks that are just doing it for likes. No one's got a plan. They're ripping down statues. I was yelling about it on my other podcast. They're ripping down statues. For what? You think if you tear down Abe Lincoln that slavery ends? What are you, retarded? Build another statue. Build one of your new hero. Go find me RuPaul and put her up next to fucking Abe Lincoln if that's your hero. I don't give a fuck who it is. No one gives a fuck about statues. Brandon, name all the statues in your town. You might know where they are, but you don't know what the fuck they are. What do we use them for? That's where the fucking hooker blows people and somebody deals weed behind. And that's a pigeon sit. You don't fucking know what your statues are. The only time you know is when you go on a field trip. Put another statue next to it. This statue was built because we learned as a people that this statue over here was wrong. And this is the other side of it. We got two sides to this thing. And they're like, no. You got to tear a statue down of Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln with a freed slave. Yeah, it's a little tacky, and the guy, it's a little weird. Maybe they could have both been standing. Maybe Abe didn't have to be like almost at blowjob level with like ready to like looking like he was gonna grab his head. Maybe we didn't need that. But at the same fucking time, what is they're just doing dumb shit without any purpose. Tear that down. Then black people are happy. No one's happy. Because guess who has to like clean it? Minorities.
Yeah. And what about the dude that got hit with one of the statues?
Oh, did you see him get scalped?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
Oh no, Brandon! I'm not good at pulling the video thing, but if you can figure it out, it ripped. It came down, and you see it quickly in the video. Just this white thing come up, and you realize that's his scalp. Because to get it down, that wasn't the Abe one. I don't think it was a different one.
No,
it was the Abe one. I'm not sure how statue it was, but whatever one was, they cut the head off first. And no, it's funny. I heard the joke that they said they did cut it off. They cut it off. Weirdly enough, right behind the ear where he's been shot before. But it got cut off. So like the neck part was all jagged fucking statue. So it was just like fucking it was like Wolverine's hand coming down and fucking ripping off your head. And guess who could have helped that out? Guess who could have helped make sure you didn't get fucking your head chopped off? Guess who could have surrounded the perimeter and made sure it was a peaceful fall down? Police. Who do you call when a statue falls on your head? Maybe we should call 911. Remember we fucking told them we don't need them anymore? Hey, do you think your friend's mom's still good at Band-Aids? Maybe she can come by? Because I'm missing a scalp. Maybe she can Is your girlfriend sew? Maybe she can sew my head back on. Yeah, we need shit. We're dumb. We're fighting. This is all to divide us. I'm not even this. I sound like you now. I've gone this side. This has become all.
This is why I don't even have to podcast right now. I've been taking a break for 2 weeks because It's like, you know what? Just go listen to all my old shit, and you get caught right up.
Yeah, and you're 100. When you were saying it before it happened, I was like, "What does he mean? He's dividing? They're dividing us. What do you mean they're trying to make sides of us?" And then and I just started looking at it just the other day. Okay, so we start off with left and right, which, by the way, when I was growing up, wasn't a thing. They weren't literal sides. We've given them names of the right side, the left. We've literally given them the names of sides. Why don't we call them coleslaw and macaroni salad? Those are sides. Why don't we have those? I like those sides when I go to KFC. Those are good sides. But like left and right, they're sides. It was Democratic. It was donkeys and elephants. It was just fun. It was fun mascots. That's what it was. But at the end of the day, you had your president of the United States. No one ever said this wasn't my president. You supported the country. Because at the end of the day, you're like, if I don't like what's going on here, I believe that my vote counts. All right, it doesn't, but I believe my vote counts. And I believe that they can get me power. So I'll wait my turn. And in 4 years, I'll have my chance maybe to make my say and then get my team in there. And then we'll go from there. But either way, I'm still living in this country. I'm still working. It's still the best country in the world. I'm still able to be free and speak and all that kind of shit. Whatever it is, that's what they believe. That's what they went with. But this new power, this new thing that's happening, and I mean, not just the Trump years, it's the last 16 years, whatever, when they start doing it, but really more so like in the last 10, it's been like in our face. The last 5, it's been like they're skull fucking us with it now. But It's really become this thing where it's like all the sides. So they went left, right. And then all of a sudden, Trump's economy was good. And then of course the Democrats were like, or the liberals, whatever the fuck you call them now, were like, well, he's gonna win because the money's good. All people care about is money because we are greedy. And then the COVID thing, and I don't know if they created COVID. I'm not gonna get into all that. I don't know if they created it. I think COVID happened, and they went, let's amp this shit up. Let's divide. How do we divide? Essentials, non-essentials. Let's give 2 names to people. Let's just take a word that no one ever used and give them names. You're either worth it. You're worthy to us. You hardworking person. You're important. Because guess who's fucking essentials for the most part? Liberals. That's who mostly they are. Because they're mostly minorities or poor. And that's what they usually were told to go with forever. The people that liked Obama, and were just blindly Obama, have essential jobs. And then the non-essential, you divided them more. And then that didn't work out. So they're like, well, how about Black Lives Matter? Well, how about all lives matter? Let's make all lives matter bad words. Let's say thinking all the lives matter is a bad thing. Let's say that's terrible because you shouldn't think all the lives. How dare you think all of them? They're not all equal, but you want equality. Yeah, I want you to treat Black people the same as everyone else. So wouldn't they be all the? I'm not even looking at. I'm saying we should all get the same treatment. Maybe we should all just fucking, when a cop says stop doing stuff, just say, okay. I get arrested. I just stop. Because I know I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win the cop battle. So it's like, then it's like they divide us that way. And then there's like, I don't know if you saw, the black trannies were marching in New York, and I don't even know who they're against, but I didn't even know there was that many. Black tranny train was running through. 2-2.
I heard something about that, but not too much. I did hear about the guy at Wendy's that got shot, though.
Okay, but what did you see? Because you read something about everything. I'd like you to tell me what you heard
about Wendy's.
Yes.
All right. So I actually saw
I know what happened. I want to know what you heard.
Yeah.
It's funny what people are hearing and what really happened.
Well, I saw that this guy I guess he fell asleep in Wendy's drive-thru, and the police came. They gave him a sobriety test. They went to arrest him. There was a struggle. He fought him. He took one of the tasers. He ran. He turned around and pointed it at the cop, and the cop shot him 3 times. But what I heard was they only showed parts of that. They didn't show that he turned around and pointed the taser at the cop.
The video's out there. I've seen the video. I saw it when I was watching Cumia. You got a lot of it right. But 100% what happened was guy's drunk driving his car. Okay? Drunk driving. He's drunk. He went to Wendy's late at night. He's drunk in a drive-thru with the car on. He's drunk. He passes the fuck out in the drive-thru. People beeping their horns for like 20 minutes. The people in line called the cops. It's not like the cops were just driving around going, I wonder who's at Wendy's. They called because he wasn't moving. His car was on, which means he was going to at one point wake up and drive. He was so drunk he didn't know he wasn't in bed. They get there. The cops for like 15 minutes bang on the door, cannot get him awake. He finally wakes up. They get in, they get out of the car, out of the drive-through part and park. They go through a series, not just one, a series of sobriety tests. He blows on the fucking thing. What is it? It's 0.8 is like drunk. He was 0.1 something. He was drunk. He was over the limit, which means you committed a crime. You're in a running car. You're drunk. We pulled you over. You're under arrest. That's the rule. It's the rules. It's been the. You can sit there and go, well, man, I drive better on it. You didn't know you were sleeping at Wendy's. There's something wrong. At that point, you just, even if you're drunk, you just go, yep, take me in. I'll just sleep at the police station tonight. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Take a car, whatever it is. They go to arrest him. When they go to arrest him, and then he decides, I'm going to hulk it up and try to beat. There's two cops and try to get out of this. Right there. I know he's drunk, but he also took a fucking nap. I've taken drunken naps. I don't wake up ready to rumble. Well, it's been a long time since I drank. But so then he does that, and they're struggling. They're wrestling with him. They're not hitting him. They're trying to fucking subdue him. They're trying everything. They know the world's got cameras. They know the world. They can't do their fucking jobs. One nightstick, and then the guy's out. What that's why they have them. I'm not saying you're supposed to be with nightsticks, but that's what it's there. When you can't, when someone's not being reasonable, when they're out of control, their job is to take it and go, and then that's it. One little knock. You don't get brain. You don't Rodney King or you don't pinata the fuck out of them. You just, and then you knock them. So they didn't even do that because they can't do that now. So they get him on the ground. They do whatever. He gets up. He pushes them out of the way. Yeah, and then he pulls one of their fucking tasers. And then he's trying to use it at them. And then he starts to run away. Listen, you don't think two cops, I don't care what shape they're in, two guys can't take him out? Of course they can. They could have subdued him, but they're not allowed to. So they're like trying not to do it. Because what's he going to yell if they go anywhere near his head? Can't breathe. Because that's the new yell. Can't breathe. You can breathe fine. You drank, you're about to eat fucking Baconator. You don't care about breathing. You're in line for a fucking Baconator and fries and a potato, you fat fuck. What are you doing? Go home. Get snacks. And then he fucking tries to run away. He does. He turns. Brandon, he didn't aim it. The thing shot out. He fired. At that point, there's no controlling this human being. This human being is out of control. So what do you have to do? Boom. Yeah, that's what you have to do. What are they supposed to do? Let him go? So I read on Twitter, someone said they should have just got him an Uber. Oh my fuck you. Get him an Uber? So he goes, next time I do that, you know, what happens? Then he knows every time I do this, I can battle the cops, get a free Uber ride, and then go get my car the next day and just do it again. He's going to kill someone. Yeah, he didn't deserve to die, but he didn't deserve to be a retard either. What is he doing? Fight the cops.
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, I can't agree because of, I don't know. I don't know if I could say that. This is what I got to say. I don't think there were any right sides there, but there's no way.
What's not the right side? He was drunk. He was arrested.
Hang on. Let me just finish.
Okay, no, I want to know what the not right side was.
All right. No. What I'm saying is, I think that there's no way to. If I did that, if you did that, if anyone did that, we would be shot, we can't not expect to get shot by doing that, right?
Well, we wouldn't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
You and I wouldn't wrestle the cops and try to go movie style.
Is if we did that, in our minds, we know we're giving up the right to our life. All right. If we say, hey, we're gonna make all these choices, we know we're putting our life at risk. So this guy, he forfeited his right because he knows how cops are, right? Well, what I'm saying is, I don't think the way that they particularly. This is my thing, right? Because I was in the Marine Corps. I was in the military. If somebody has a taser and they're trying to shoot at me, I'm not going to shoot them with a gun. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to equal their force or lesser because I'm the professional. But unfortunately, that's not how cops are trained. And I'm not trying to say now, I'm not trying to say blame the cop. But I'm just saying in that situation, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You got to hold yourself to a higher standard.
Oh no, they're
you got to
trained.
know.
They're barely trained now.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I mean.
Without a
So I'm
doubt,
not.
that's what I've been talking about forever. That they
And
definitely
this
need
is what I mean.
better
So
training.
the thing is, what happens is both of these sides, left and right, can grab onto a piece of this, each little one, each narrative, and they can go at each other where they might actually have a kernel of truth to them each, but it's more nuanced than that. It's not nobody was right or nobody was wrong here. I mean, the guy was totally fucking wrong here, right? But you know what I mean? There was they all made these decisions, and I don't think it has anything to do with race. You know, it doesn't matter if if the guy was Chinese, he did that.
Brandon, everything has to do with race.
Yeah, I know.
We're a country that's we're a people right now. These fucking dummies.
Actually, I want to take it further really quick. Let me just
Okay.
say the thing it might have to do with race is what if maybe because everything with it's going on with the George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter, what if he in his mind thought more justified, like, oh, I could just get away with this shit because, I'm not trying to put thoughts into anyone's brain. But what if that was a thought that flashed across his drunk ass mind, and then it just caused him to go even crazier? Like, oh, no one's going to do anything to me because they're not touching anybody. So maybe it made it even worse, Whereas if it was just normal conditions, he would have just chilled out.
How can you have the crazy thought of I can run away from the cops and steal their taser, but not the kind of crazy thought of maybe I'll just pay extra for Grubhub? Go home. We were just fucking quarantined. We all know we can get it delivered. Why is there a line at Wendy's? Okay, that's the funny part too. That's how fat our country is. The second they're allowed to get it, I know Atlanta's been open for a little bit longer.
That's a real problem.
I got it. I know it, but the second you're allowed out, listen, I was running home today. I had work and then I had to run home, and I ran 4 miles. And in the last stretch, I'm running by that Taco Bell that we know on Division Street, and I'm running by it. Dude, there were 15 fucking cars. This is 9:30 at night. There were 15 fucking cars. And I looked out, and in my mind for a second, as I'm running, I'm losing weight. I'm thinking to myself, fuck them. They get to have Taco Bell. I would like Taco Bell, but whatever. I got to take care of myself. And as I thought, fuck them, a guy in the car looked at me and goes, fuck you, dude, running. That's what he said. So we were both motherfucking each other. He's mad at me because I'm running and he's eating fucking burritos, and I'm mad at him because he's eating burritos and I'm running.
You should at least you get to eat Taco Bell, you fucker.
I mean, I give myself a cheat day.
No, I'm saying to him,
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing. He's thinking he's thinking fuck me because I think I'm better than him running, and he feels sad. And then that. But like the guy, listen, no one's shooting anybody. Just to be clear, the guy who shot him wasn't the one who was being shot at. So someone else is there. Yes, there should be better training. I was listening to Rogan today, and he had Jocko on. And Jocko was talking about with the SEALs and the training, and he was comparing the difference. He was saying, like, yeah, everyone's saying you should do this and that, whatever, but realize the difference in training. Police officers get like 2 or 3 hours of training like a year because it's just the money's not. You want to fund them. The money's not there to train them now, and there's not as many tests or things once you're in. When you go to the academy, you got to pass a physical test. You got to be at a certain standards, all that stuff. But once you're in, you're kind of in, and they don't really test you much anymore. But there's constant testing and training. Like he was saying, like when the SEAL team was, obviously it's the SEALs, it's a different story. But at the same time, the people have to take care of each other. The SEALs for a 6-month deployment would have to train for 18 months to get ready for 6 months. The cops, you're getting 2 hours of training. And a great point that he made was a lot of it has to do with fear. It's not just the people that are being arrested that are fearful. If you're not used to confrontation, then you're going to be emotional when it happens. If they're not trained all the time, so it's normal not to get out of the situation, when someone starts fighting them and they don't have hand-to-hand combat besides the couple hours of fucking, fake taekwondo they were taught, whatever, like really cheesy martial arts they were taught, like the same self-defense a security guard gets, they're not going to know what to do, and they're going to be afraid, and they're going to react. They're people with a fucking super powerful job. A job that has too much power for most people to handle. So I'm not one side or the other, but in this one here, you're drunk. You are drunk. Go home. That's an old saying.
Yeah,
he caused
the whole situation. That's the problem. Where you could look at some other ones where there's clear instances of police brutality when people were just minding their own fucking business. Some people were in their house. Police knocked in their door, shot their cop, and shot their dog, and it was like not, it was the wrong house. But no, this guy chose, you're right. He could have stayed home, got Grubhub. He chose to go out hammered and fall asleep. Those cops didn't want to do that, especially what's going on right now. You're right. And that's another problem. They can't, it's kind of like when you go to war, you want to go to total war with somebody. You want to just fight them as hard as you can so they submit, and that's the United States does these like half-ass wars. And, it's because more about conquering, but it's the same thing. You if you're going to tie the cops' hands behind their back and not let them subdue people, then they are going to get away and they are going to grab their gun and they are going to shoot them. And now say if that
See, someone's going to listen to what you just said and go, Brandon's right. They should tie the cops' hands behind their backs. That'd be better. And then they just have no hands. That'd be better. Handless cops.
If you really want to know how I feel about the situation, I don't think anybody can handle the power. I mean, look at Lord of the Rings. That's what they meant. That's why even Gandalf couldn't.
I do love how many times you go to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I'm saying it's the Ring of Power. That's what they meant. But the problem is our society is just ordered in this way where if you just get rid of cops, there's going to be this vacuum. So you have to. I mean, I don't care what you do, but what I'm saying is like, it's not going to end well if you just get rid of cops. And then I don't think giving them more money is the right answer either, because it's just like people will try to fix government. In my opinion, government's not broken. It's working exactly the fucking way it's supposed to. It's supposed to keep people, giving them money. So, the policing originally obviously wasn't supposed to be this way, but when you give people power and then you add a war on drugs and you start to militarize them, you give them military vehicles, you give them military uniforms, it's a us versus them mentality. So it's, people talk about white privilege. I've had my front door kicked in. My family had, they all got arrested for a plant 2 weeks before Christmas. So, I mean,
poinsettia? Was it a poinsettia?
Exactly.
I hate those. Those are fucking, I don't believe in Christmas either. Fuck that.
I get scared when I see cops because I'm like, shit, like, I don't, and I know that they're probably going to treat me differently, I'm sure, than they would treat other people. But I think it just has to do with, maybe how you're dressed, how you talk, how you act, how you react. That's
the key. How you react. Listen, another point, and I keep taking things from a Rogan podcast, but whatever, the whole world's watching him. He's making a lot of money. He's doing well.
Not me.
But when Rogan was on, when he had that Jocko guy on there and they were talking about that, one of the big things was that about the reaction, about how they react. Maybe there should be when's the last time anyone ever told you how to get arrested? Jocko was like, maybe there should be a video, maybe put one of those out. How to deal with the police when they go, not like that one where like they do the thing like black people, this is what you got to deal with. I mean, like a real one, like this, the officer's like, this we got to teach. Instead of teaching me about how I shouldn't smoke weed when I'm in the 7th grade, which all it does is make me want to smoke weed in the 7th grade, maybe come in there and teach me. If you ever do deal with us, here's how you deal with it. Here's the rules. Here's what the cop's allowed to say. Here's what you're allowed to say. And if the cop is saying something different, remember that. And then when you speak to your lawyer, tell them that he didn't say these things. Maybe we need that installed in our heads. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Do I think we should always be teaching it at this point? Yeah, because we're dividing sides. But if this keeps going, don't worry, Brandon. There won't be any more police because they're canceling all the police TV shows. Because TV shows with police in it, that's what's going to get them. Well, TV shows. They're getting rid of TV show. Brandon, this is the dumbest.
That's actually worse because now there's less accountability.
Brandon. Of course it's worse.
What's happened. I'm not worried if they get rid of the police. I'm not worried. I'm well prepared.
No, but okay, and that's fine. But Brandon, no, here's what I'm talking about.
What I'm saying is the people who want to get rid of police, they're not prepared. That's what I mean.
But okay, once again, these morons with plans. Cancel all the police shows. Why? Because the police were being badly. Okay, but why? What's it gonna do? Maybe it will stop police from being bad and it will stop police from happening. Okay. Can you cancel all those serial killer shows, please? Why? I don't know. Because they're teaching people that serial killing is cool. Because we all listen to podcasts and watch shows about murder nonstop all the fucking time.
Murder porn.
Don't cancel those. How about all those movies about priests diddling the fuck out of people? How about them? Take them off. How about maybe go, and this might be my push too. If we're going to fucking train the police better, let's train the priests better. How about that? How about we throw some money into that? How about this? You want good priests? Let them fuck women. Let them fuck women. Enough. If you're going to, once they said gays can get married in the church, that's okay. Let priests get laid. You're asking them to devote their life to a thing that they're probably halfway through. Once they see the money side of the business, go, oh my God, this isn't real. Fuck, my whole life's this, and now I can't fuck. I'm gonna fuck that.
And you know what, too? Perverts wouldn't be able to hide there because you're like, wait, if he's a priest and he can get married, why isn't he married? Why is he hanging out with these altar boys? You know what I mean? It would look suspicious instead of normal.
And it's almost like it's like a rite of passage. Like you're a priest and you were diddled, so you're gonna diddle a kid. So he becomes a priest, so he gets diddled. It's like you're past. It's like a zombie curse. It's a zombie finger in the hole. It's like now you're one of us. Yeah, just stick it in there. It's just a crazy. But now they're canceling the people that are now. They've all lost their minds. I thought when all this happened, when COVID happened, I'm like, oh, good, no one's canceling things anymore. They've realized that the world's more important than just words and canceling or whatever. And then the rioting started. And listen, I'll say it right here. I'm all about protests. I'm all about people speaking their minds. I'm all about people getting together and saying, we don't believe in this. We need to make a change. But it doesn't have anything to do with looting or rioting. All looting and rioting is stupid. Companies now coming forward and saying, well, we're going to give all our money to Black Lives Matter. You got looted. Your business got robbed because of this. They're bullies and they're extorting you. Do you even see that? Don't blindly give to things. Most of those things are just be not racist. You don't have to fucking show me your check. I got a thing from Patreon, an email saying we need to make sure, not just to me, just like in general. Did you get that email too? And it's just the email just saying we're gonna give money to Black Lives Matter. We're gonna help more black fucking people put out Patreon shows. And I'm like, help all of us.
Isn't that
it's
like
Patreon? We're just stealing people's money.
Isn't that like pandering, like condescending? Isn't it like, oh, you're
Brandon,
not good
that's the
enough,
whole
so
world.
you need our help? But that's what I mean. Isn't that like insulting? Shouldn't you feel insulted if you're like, well, you need our help, so here we're gonna help you? You know what I'm saying?
Telling a fucking person who works at Stop and Shop they're important is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's pandering. You're a hero. You're essential. Thank you. Thank you for making sure my squash is washed off while we all think we're dying from Dracula's soup disease. By the way, no one's dying from. How about this? How about media? Every time you tell me someone's dying from COVID, where's the stories where they're fucking getting better like within 3 days?
Well, it's because they could legally propagandize us. They could legally, because they're actually an arm of the United States government. The CIA makes most of the stories that you see in the Times and CNN and shit. And it's not even a conspiracy. It's out there. There's laws that make it legal. They could lie to us.
If it's in the best interest of the people.
Yeah, and I tell people, I'm like, you think if they have the power to lie, you got to just assume they're lying. You know what I'm saying? It's like a guy that's like, no, baby, I'm totally gonna marry you. Just keep blowing me every weekend when I come by at midnight. Just blow me. We'll get married. Don't worry. Just
Yeah, I mean, well,
don't tell your friends about me, but we'll get married one day.
Yeah, everyone has business meetings at 12 a.m. It's my job. It's what happens. I'm fine. But no, that's not glitter on my cock. It's not. I hate to say this. When I was younger, I was raped by a clown, and it stayed forever. And I really feel like you won't bring it up. You should love me for who I am. Now suck my cock.
How dare you?
Don't worry, we're getting married.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like, come on, how obvious. And this is the thing now where I don't even get that upset anymore because I feel that they're trying to make it really obvious. Have you heard of George Floyd's second grade teacher?
I've heard of it through you laughing your ass off on Instagram. And yes, you have the floor, sir, because this is one of your favorite.
Okay, so a story came out from ABC that George Floyd's second grade teacher came out and she had it was like an artwork that he had made, and her name was Waynell Sexton. Right. So you might think to yourself, all right, that sounds funny, but Waynell Sexton, and most people are like, oh, it's, maybe it's a black lady or whatever. No, white lady, Dr. Waynell Sexton.
No, it's pronounced Waynell. It's not Waynell or something.
No, it's Waynell. No, they say Waynell, and it's Waynel, Sexton. So Waynell it's like right Sexton. On the fucking nose. And if you look even further into it, because there's an interview with her talking, and then other people, the internet is, they took pictures of other people who were suspicious that were like talking after tragedies, and it looks like the same lady with a wig. So, most people are like, oh, what are you trying to say then? This is all fake. I don't know, but I know that maybe CNN would pull shit like this. So maybe it's real, but then they just take someone that's an actor and then they just put her in all these fucking scenes. And I mean, and then there's names like Waynell Sexton. There was a guy from the NASCAR who quit because they banned the rebel flag, and his name was Ray Sisterelli. But if you say it real fast, it's racist O'Reilly.
Yeah,
Like racist O'Reilly.
racist O'Reilly.
Yeah, racist O'Reilly. So
Which, by the way, is all Irish people.
How do we get that job? Is that a job the CIA has? Like, you got to be really bad with puns and they hire you? Like, how have we not gotten?
Yeah, why aren't we on their radar? What the fuck? We've done racist puns our whole lives.
Exactly. So, Waynell Sexton, everybody.
Well, I think that leads into the next thing I want to talk to you about, and I don't know if you know this. Speaking of Waynell Sexton, SpongeBob's gay.
Oh, really?
No, you didn't know this?
No.
Like, for real, I think it was Sunday. The Nickelodeon declared SpongeBob is gay. And you're welcome, Gay Pride. On SpongeBob, the cartoon sponge, has a sexuality. He's gay. Now, the guy who created it.
You know what that is?
What?
Fucking gay.
Fucking gay. Gay. Fucking gay.
Who cares? Who cares who he fucks?
Well, not even that. He's cartoon. He doesn't fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
What does it have to do with the cartoon? What does that have to do with it all? What do you think? Steven Hilgenberg, whatever his name is, the guy who created it, he's dead. But in like 2001, people asked him that, and he said, on purpose, I made SpongeBob and Patrick asexual. So he died, and then SpongeBob came out. And that's basically how most gay men come out. They wait till their father dies, and then they come out. And they're like, I finally can be myself. He's a sponge. Now, we all know Squidward's gay. We all know Sandy was a lesbian. But, like, who cares? What is that? First of all, you want to talk about pandering? That's pandering. There's no way any gay person's like, thank you. Thank you for
If I was gay,
us.
I'd be so over being gay. I would be like, I got to be straight now. Because it's like, it's so, I don't know what you call it, mainstreamer, but it's like you have to be gay now or you're not cool or something. It's fucking
It's
weird.
real weird. Yeah, it's real weird.
That's what I mean. I would be so over it. I hate that when that happens. It's like a band that you really like and then all of a sudden everyone likes them. You're like, ugh.
You want my conspiracy?
But it's my sexuality. Damn it.
You know how we copied China a bunch? Well, China was like, hey, you only can have like one kid. If you have more than one kid, we're throwing in the river, whatever. We're tired of having so many kids. Now we're always like, well, we can't be murderers like China. But what do we do? Hey, what if we convince everyone to stop creating children? How are we going to do that? Well, for a while, we'll just say kids are nags. We'll make sure husbands work all the time and wives are home, and they'll fight and they won't want to fuck anymore. Well, that didn't work because women had to start working because the economy was bad. So they were both working. They come home. They want to fuck. They have a little more money. They want to have kids. What do? Hey, what if we tell everyone to be gay? Then they can't make kids. And we make it to be straight is to be a fucking piece of shit and is someone who's racist and this and that, whatever. We'll do that. Listen, who should be the most insulted with the SpongeBob thing? Ellen. Because people don't know, people younger now watch Ellen and just go, she's this powerful dancing lady, whatever. You could hate her, like her, whatever. I remember a time when Ellen was a comic and couldn't talk about it. And then her powerful TV show, when she came out on TV and did that, and people were like, lesbian women were like, thank you. Finally, someone in the spotlight who's speaking up and being like one of us. And that's great. Now, they don't have that. So they're like, what's also yellow and annoying? Okay, we'll get SpongeBob the Generous Pants. We'll put them in there. That's your new one because we can't find it. They're like, all the gay people now are so gay. What do we do? They're too gay. That was probably the meeting of the fucking, like, the superpowers. They're too gay. Everyone's so fucking gay. No one, what we gotta do? Let's fuck with the cartoons. Let's get rid of Paw Patrol, which, by the way, you know that too, right? Not only cop shows, the cop cartoon, Paw Patrol, P-A-W, Paw Patrol. It's for toddlers. They've canceled it because they're cartoon cop dogs. That's canceled. SpongeBob is gay. Elmer Fudd is racist. He liked trannies, though. Elmer Fudd got turned on. You know what he said? Elmer Fudd got turned on every time Bugs put on a wig. They wanted to fuck so hard. You want to talk about woke? Elmer Fudd was the most fucking woke dude ever. He wanted to stick his Fudd cock inside Bugs Bunny every time Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck threw on a wig. You would never fuck a male animal, but you give him a lady fucking animal and he's going to fuck the shit out of it. He'll put his gun down. He'll make out with a rifle. He doesn't give a fuck. He's horny. He's shit. But that's like, why is that the focus? Was that supposed to be a distract? Like, for real? Like, why is that now? What did Nickelodeon think? What did they think was going to happen? Besides a bunch of kids getting beaten by their homophobic dads now. You're watching that gay-ass Spongebob? I didn't know it for 12 years. It wasn't gay. You like pineapples, you fucking drag? I don't like pineapples.
I don't know, but it's kind of, it's funny because to me, it's all this pandering. It's like, what's next? Now I'm seeing things for people are trying to normalize pedophilia, and they're trying to like let's get inside the mind of a pedophile and let's see what makes them tick. And it's like they're trying to designate that as part of the LBT or whatever it is.
LBTGQP.
Yeah, so it's getting.
You
really,
can't spell pedophilia without feelings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh my God, enough.
And people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're crazy." Be like, no, look into it. Look into it. It's going down. I think they just put a thing on Netflix, something about understanding the mind of a pedophile.
Yeah, here's the thing I've been doing.
I don't have Netflix anymore. I'm done.
Last week I had Howie Mason on the podcast. Or like that one just came out, but it was last week. And I haven't talked to Howie in a while, and I love Howie. He's the best. You love him. He's the best. And I was saying, too, he loves sports. And I'm like, what are you doing to get your sports fix with all this shit? And he's like, dude, I'm getting crazy. I'm watching old baseball from like the late 1970s. And anyone I know that likes sports, I'm sending them a link. You get to watch, not only to watch the old baseball, but it's the old announcers. It's the old way of talking. It's the old way of playing baseball, but also all the old commercials. So, like, the weird, like, commercial, like, with Budweiser or Miller Lite and all these weird things that were just back in the set. And when the world was just different and not so woke and stupid. And I'm like, he's like, you want me to send you a link? I'm like, yeah. Last night I watched a game from June 1979 of the Pittsburgh Pirates against the Atlanta Braves. And it was the first time in a while my mind was at ease. I just watched it and I went, I'm going to watch old baseball from now on. Because that's the way the world's supposed to be. And yeah, it wasn't racist. Willie Stargell. The Pirates are mostly black guys. Yeah, they called them weird. They called them antelopes when they ran, and that's a little weird. But like, they kept calling Omar Marino an antelope. I know it's his nickname, but like, it's a little fucking weird. Like, Omar Marino was an antelope, and Willie Stargell was Dave Parker was the cobra. But no white people had animal names. But besides that part, it was just nice and fun to watch it. Yeah, you try to watch fucking Netflix now, and they want to. Netflix did a whole thing where, like, when you put it on, it usually says things you want to watch. It wasn't things I want to watch. It was, here's black things. Watch black people stuff. Listen, if I was African American, I'd be insulted. You're pandering to me. It's all pandering. It's blatant, though. Who doesn't see that?
Yeah.
When you and I were younger.
Stupid white people are the ones who aren't seeing it. They're the idiots that are out there holding all these signs. Yeah,
and I'm disappointed in them. I know why? Because when we were kids, if we had a dumb idea, there was always some adult to go, shut the fuck up. Like, all right. Where are those guys? Did they all die?
They're all
Where's
dead.
the old man who tells these young people, shut the fuck up? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If you want change, fucking study, learn things, gain power.
Change yourself first. If you want change, make yourself a better person. Are you a piece of shit? Well, going to CHAZ isn't going to make you a better person. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta make a change for once in my life. Ooh, gotta feel real good. Gotta make a difference.
And I think that's what it is. Like, a lot of these people.
Yeah, that pedophile knew what he was talking about. Michael Jackson knew.
A lot of these people feel guilty because of their behavior and the way that they act. They just don't feel it directly. So how do they ease this guilt? They go to fucking CHAZ and start a garden on cardboard.
Yeah, but they're all going to die.
Yeah, I know.
They're all going to die.
It's their choice, though. They chose to go there.
They all watched. They all watched.
Turn your TV off, everybody. If you're still watching your television, you're still watching the news and shit. I don't know what to tell you.
No, they did. All those people, they watched The Walking Dead when they started building their own little fucking cities. Because they're all wearing the fucking, like, the elbow pads and the shit. And they think that they're all, like, the kingdom.
Yeah. It's because they were locked in their house.
They're
for, like,
role-playing.
It's like a big festival. People were locked in their house for months. And they couldn't come out, and now all of a sudden it's okay to go out and protest for some reason. Yeah,
it's fine to protest, but you can't protest the quarantine.
No, yeah, of course not.
That's how protest.
That's how you know. Like, it's so easy to tell what's real and what's not real. What's okay, what's sanctioned. Oh, it's okay to go out, and they're calling the police back, and they're like in Seattle. I don't know if you know this, but in town hall when they took it over, uh, uh like somebody from the town hall, an official came and opened it up for them and let them in there.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah. Yeah.
So it was like,
I get it. I knew people that worked in town hall. That job doesn't pay much. They're like, whatever. You can have it. We made grunge. We did it. We haven't done anything besides Starbucks and grunge.
Yeah, so I don't know. It doesn't seem so. And then they had like a whole wall of bathrooms and everything for people that was supposed to be for the protest that was right there. You know, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, but then the second something happens to someone, they don't know what to do because they have they don't know what to do.
It's they're totally.
And it's going to become a race war. It's going to become. What's going to happen?
That's what they're asking for.
They're all going to think they're peaceful at one point, and then people are going to start saying, "Oh, you're telling me this because I'm this," because they all have that dumb. They all have the meme mindset. I'm going to say this meme. I'm going to say this thing that gets attention. I want likes, but then when they're in this world, like there's no more likes for you. You're dumb. Get out. Get out. Seattle can't handle things like that. They couldn't handle having the Supersonics, and they can't handle having CHAZ. Get out.
Yeah, either that's going to happen, or they're going to send in the National Guard, or
something worse.
Yeah, I even
saw. Going to get some boys from Michigan, Militia Jones coming in.
Did you hear about that? There was a tweet somebody's reading, and they put it out for Monday saying that, like, you guys better get out of CHAZ. You're not going to like what happens. You know, we have all our good old boys that are going to come down.
Yeah, the good old boys.
They're like, the police aren't going to save you. I was like, ugh.
No, because you said you don't want the police. So what we're going to do, we're going to let the good boys come out. We don't like what you're doing around here. My coffee beans ain't coming into my town. You slow down my progress. We're going to talk to you.
Well, yeah, that truck drivers aren't going there either. They're saying they're done going to towns that if the police are defunded. So,
hey, CHAZ, meet Cletus. Cletus gonna fuck you in the butt till you go home to your mom. That's what.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. And like I said before, there's no right sides. I'm not saying that, like, you know, but that's just what happens. You know,
no
you get
right
a vacuum.
Back sides. They're gonna do. They're gonna fucking deliverance the fuck out of them. You don't need that shit.
Exactly. They're gonna take it over. It's gonna be great. Oh man, it's so crazy.
But I was telling you before this, I did a podcast Saturday. I did two of them. I did one, and then I was going to do Pete and Ish have a podcast now, which I'm going to have them on here soon. A music one. It's a fun one. You do great in it. What they do is it's called Did I Like This? And what they do, you choose an album from like maybe your youth, your growing up years, whatever, an album that was impressive to you. So in my head, I'm like, a brand new Big Public Enemy, but like, or something like that. But I picked up Pearl Jam 10. It was the first album that I remember being a great album all the way through. So they had to pick two albums in the same like genre. And then you just discuss the albums, like this and that, what makes it a great album, what makes it better than the other two albums. It was fun. But when Pete told me about it, I'm like, yeah, I can do it Saturday. I'm doing a podcast at 2, so anytime after 5. And he goes, cool, I'll pick you up at 5:30. And I'm like, wait, what? Pick me up? Ooh. And I went to Ish's, and Alex Tomaselli was there, and Cliff Mula was there, and I fucking got to chat with comedians. It was like, you just bullshit. I looked at my phone. I got there at like 6. I looked at my phone. We're done podcasting, just hanging out. I'm like, holy shit, it's 10. And I felt real old. I'm like, I need to be home. So, but like, holy shit, it's 10. I'm just bullshit with Kyle. It was so great. People just need to fucking revert back to what everyone says. Everyone keeps saying that the world's never going to be the same again. It can be if you let your mind be.
The world is what you make it. I mean, I haven't worn a mask once. I have not worn a mask once, and now it's like a chat when people come in. It's like a challenge when they say something. I went into a pizza place yesterday to pick up a gluten-free pizza. Everybody, and the lady's like, you need a mask. And so first of all, I walk in. There's a guy on the phone with his mask down to here, so his nose is hanging out. There's this commanding lady in the middle. I'll just say commanding. She was very commanding. And then there was a nice Mexican gentleman. I would like to say maybe he's from somewhere in South America. He had no mask at all. No mask. Not even around. Just no mask. And she said to me, you need a mask. And I'm like, no, I don't. And then I was going to be like, what about this guy said he doesn't even have a mask? Get out of here. He's breathing on the food.
I'm telling you, one of my favorite moments of the quarantine was when you and I went to Boston Market. And you fucking walked in, and I had the mask on because I've got the thing in my head. If you ask me to do it, I'm doing it. You're like, nope, I don't need to go in. And right away, you had everything. The guy's like, Guy's like, yo, you need to have a mask on. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't need to have a mask on at all. I have a medical condition. Well, what's your medical condition? I don't need to disclose that to you. That's a HIPAA violation. I'm like, yeah, Brandon. Boom, boom, boom.
I would just say no. I'm like, I don't need one. No, now I'm like seasoned. I'm like, I know. Some guy at the ice cream, yeah, I know it's funny. This ice cream place, he's like, you need. I'm like, no, I don't need it. And he was like trying to give me all this gruff, and I'm like, no, I just don't. And then finally, he just wore it out. I was like, all right, whatever. What do you want? I'm like, exactly, dude. Stop.
Yeah, no guff. Don't give me. First of all, you don't really care. You were told by someone. Do you own the ice cream place, Giuseppe? No. Shut the fuck up. You don't care. When I'm at my retail, I'm at Big Lots doing that fucking job. Everyone's supposed to wear masks, but a lot of people, they start walking into the store, they pull the mask down, they put it on their chin. One guy walked in today and he's like this. He's like, I never forgot a mask. I don't know what to do. I'm like, you're breathing into your chest. Like, what? Just, I don't care. I'm not gonna yell. I don't own the place. I'm at the register. You think I give a fuck? I'll ring you out, man. I don't give a shit. Buy your fucking ho-hos. Whatever you're doing. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? No one's dying. They're not dying. Well, the numbers are going up. Yeah, because more people are reporting. There's more tests being given out. How is it not going to go up? If I did a survey of 4 people, and then I do a same survey of 1,000 people, the numbers of people that are going to do something on the survey is going to go up because you're doing more. They're just trying to scare everything. We'll light shit on fire. That's not stopping them. We'll divide blacks and whites. That's not stopping them. We'll have them wear masks, not wear masks. We'll have people get mad at other people for not wearing a mask when they don't know what's up.
Yeah, that's the thing. And the people that are getting mad at me, they don't know the law, and B, they're just listening to what people told them. They haven't done the fucking research that I've done about masks and what it is and what the tests
you say that? Excuse me, sir. I've done mask research. I've done mask research.
I've done so much. I'm like, you're hurt. This is the thing. What they don't realize is they're actually hurting themselves so much more by breathing in their own carbon dioxide. And it's so much better for me because now there's so much more fresh oxygen for me to breathe in. These fucking, and they're like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a comfort blanket. It's what it is.
But the problem is that the people that, so you say it and you say you've done research and I could have a real conversation with you and I could learn things about it. The problem is most people that are speaking out about not wearing masks are very annoying older white women, and I can't listen to them. Like that video from like, what was it, California? And the people were speaking, I think it was California, I don't know. But they came to like this state meeting and they were speaking about the masks and they were trying to speak to people about not wearing a mask. But every woman's like, you know that it's not right. I was a science teacher for like 4 weeks. And I understand it. See, I'm like, all right, why is this bitch talking? Like,
well, it's because they're women. They should be home making dinner or having kids. I don't know.
Brandon,
this is a comedy podcast, right?
Brandon, they can't make kids because everyone's gay.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll come back around soon. You know, it'll come back around. This is what I'm telling you. If you're straight,
the gay will come back around.
No. If you're straight, hold on to it because in a few years, it's going to be the thing to be straight again. We're going to have straight rights, and you're going to be the one on top again. It just keeps going. It's a never-ending cycle.
Oh, yeah, and so will be a white man. That's coming back, baby. Oh, that's coming back. It'll be the new white male. But it's like, remember them? Because there's going to be so much problems. They're going to we need someone. There's going to be so much chaos, so much crazy. We need someone to fucking just tell us all what to do.
Well, see, that's kind of how I believe it works anyway. Problem, reaction, solution. You know, the government creates the problem, the people have the reaction, then the government comes in.
And then white people are the solution, right, Brandon? Is that what you just said? Hey-oh.
Yeah, it's not the correct solution. It's their solution. It's not the correct one for us. It's, you know, like I said before,
it's the final solution.
Yeah, trust me, there's white people in government, black people, you know, Asian, whatever. It's all kinds of people that's the real divide. It's the people who want to be in power versus the people who just want to live their life.
And on that note, Brandon, where can people check out more of your shit?
Well, that's funny that you say more because you can go to more laws, more problems.
I know what I'm doing, baby. I know what I'm doing.
And you could find more of me and more of my stuff
at moreproblems.com.
Moreproblems.com, yeah.
You doing any more videos? You've been so busy, no more videos lately, right?
I have some videos that I need to edit and get up. I did put out a video. Last video was probably 2 weeks ago, but I have been busy with the newer job, and plus, like I said, everything that's been happening, I don't know, man. I'm in a weird, like, it's like I don't know what to do. But I actually have been working on a book. It's just going to be like 4 chapters. I did the outline already, and I almost have the first chapter done. It's going to be like a little booklet, really, and it's kind of about what's going on. But on that level, like I talked about the occult and the symbolism and stuff, it's going to be kind of like that. So as I get it done, I'll tell you more. But and I'm probably going to do an audiobook because I like to talk too, but I do want to get it published or whatever. Or
Nice.
written or whatever. Yeah.
Get Dave Hintz to do the audio. He needs something to do. We need to get him back so we can start doing the retard show again.
Yeah.
We need to stop being busy. That was the nice part of the quarantine. We had so much time we could just make up a retarded show. Now we don't have any time. We've become busier during this.
We're essential now.
Yeah, but that's not what's making us busy. What's making us busy is that we're like, now it's more than ever. We need our white heads to yell at folk.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
That's it. Exactly. All right, man.
Don't get on your knees. Much. Don't kneel, everybody. Don't do it.
Well, yeah, never kneel. Never kneel, because then you would start a whole problem. Just do like American History X. Just step on ahead. Like the old school days.
That's what I don't. They're kneeling for 8 minutes and 45. But isn't that what killed the guy? You're just reenacting his murder.
Yeah. Once again, it's the same thing as pull down the statue. Your symbolism is stupid. Think what you're doing. Think before you act stupid. You're going to be stupid regardless. Please think and be a little less stupid. That's all I ask.
Yeah, just stay home.
Stay home.
That's all.
Stay home, everybody.